guys? Henry Kaminski, the brand doctor, here with another awesome Brand Accelerator case study story for you. We just finished up another brand development project with a phenomenal client by the name of Johnny Aitken out in Toronto. And he was, well, why don't I just introduce you to him? What's going on, Johnny?
How's it going, guys?
Dude,
John?
I am so pumped over this new site and new brand that we literally created from scratch for you. So let's tell the audience the story from the beginning. So question is, what was the main issue that you were struggling with prior to meeting me and going through the Brand Accelerator program?
Yeah, so before I found Henry, I was struggling with someone to build my funnel, get all the design and all that set up. So then basically I was looking on Google and I couldn't really find anyone. So then I went on
Didn't you go to ClickFunnels?
Yeah, I went on ClickFunnels and then I found a few people on Google, and then I found Henry, and he had his 2 Comma Club awards, so it kind of stuck to me because that was always a dream of mine to have my own 2 Comma Club awards. So I knew he was serious in the game, and yeah, so I searched on his website, and it just looked so good. So
I appreciate that. I mean, you know, there's a lot of things out there. Like I see a lot of people out there, they find ClickFunnels, they get excited about it, which I did too. I mean, ClickFunnels is a phenomenal software. But they dive head first without thinking it through, without having a clear strategy, and I always have this conversation with prospects and clients, say somebody invited you to a high-level poker game, right? But you never played poker in your life, right? Would you sign up for that game?
Probably not.
Because you're gonna get hosed. Yeah. Right? Because people that are playing are probably way better players than you, and you know nothing about it. Yeah. So why would you start a business, or why would you create a funnel that way? Right? It's the same logic, right? So before you dive head first, why don't you do your research? Is ClickFunnels the right software for you? Is it going to help you get the goals that you're looking to achieve? So talk to me real quick about the struggles with the design. So ClickFunnels does make it quite simple to design, but why were you still struggling? Where were you still struggling?
Makes it very easy if you have a lot of design experience. You still need to have design experience, right? So I can build a funnel, but it's not on the next level, someone who has experience with design. So,
and why is that important to you? Why does the level of design need to be next level?
Oh, it has that first, when someone just lands on a website and it catches their eye, then they're gonna want to look at it way more, and it builds credibility, right?
For sure. I think for sure. I mean, if I'm going to come to a site and it looks spammy and amateur, you know, chances are I'm probably going to go to another site that looks a little bit more polished, professional, because that subconscious trust is going to trigger, right? When I see that better looking site, that better looking brand. That's why I laugh at people when they say design doesn't sell. It sure does, right? But it's not the only. Okay, it's not the only thing. There's many pieces of the puzzle that still needs to be put together, like the messaging and the having a clear understanding of who you're serving. You know, tons of things go in, but design definitely sells one part of the puzzle. Okay, so my next question for you was, so you're one of the big dogs, dude. You went through the coaching program, through the Brand Accelerator coaching program, and you also went through the development process, building out the logo, building out the website, building out the overall look and feel of your brand, literally from the ground up. We started with nothing,
Yeah.
Right? What were the benefits that you experienced going through that Brand Accelerator? Not only the strategy, but the execution as well.
Oh, I've never seen anything like it before. Like I've worked with people in the past, and you're like on a next level. So we actually like went through our marketing strategy, and I've never like done that with anyone before. Like so in depth of finding your target audience. So we went through everything, and the execution was great. You like keep in contact, like I've never seen someone like reply within like 5 minutes. You reply so fast. Yeah, the work's great. Like we got on a call every time that you had work done for me, and we went over it, and everything just looked great. I just like loved it from the start to the finish.
I appreciate that. Listen, I wouldn't want to be left out in the woods myself, especially if I hired somebody with at this level of investment. I would definitely want to feel comforted, secure, knowing that I made the right decision. And so I want my clients to feel that way too. And that's why I'm sort of anal with responding, and I'm anal with always keeping you in the loop. I know we in Basecamp, I always had a task open that said just checking in.
Yeah.
And at any time I would have an update for you, I would go to that Basecamp message, and I would just give you a quick heads up, whether it's me or Pam, to just keep you in the loop. I just feel like that's going to make a way better user experience for not only me as the vendor, but for the client. Like I always wanted to make you understand how important it was to know what the next step was. And so that's why we did it. That's why we do it that way.
You always kept me updated along the way, which I love. So I would always go on my email, and then you always had it right there. So I didn't have to come looking for anything.
Well, I appreciate that. And it's just part of the process now. So it comes very easy to us. It's not a nuisance. It's not something that, oh God, we gotta update Johnny today. It's like, we're excited to update you because we're excited to get this brand launched, and we're excited to get you out there into your market. So very, very cool stuff. So my next question would be, say someone's on the fence of coming on board the Brand Accelerator program, whether it be the cost, whether it be, I'm not sure this is for me, what would you tell somebody that's sort of, I'm not sure the Brand Accelerator program is for me?
Yeah, I would definitely say don't like overthink it, and just like take action. Like you'll be like super happy with the work you're going to get done by them. And yeah, I just say like, I just highly recommend you. And
well, I appreciate that Google review you made for me. I mean, I'm just
honest. Like
that touched me, dude.
I've never worked with someone like with your quality of work before, and like I'll continue to work with you like forever.
Well, I appreciate that. I think you're a great client too. I think one thing I love about you is that you're super coachable. You speak up, when something's like when we were going through the logo process, you loved all the concepts, but there was a couple that were really sticking out, and you were like, hey, do you think we can mold this one with that one just to see what that looks like, and this and that. So you were very involved, but not too involved. Like you weren't dictating, right, the direction, because you knew your role. You were like, you know what? This is Henry's role. This is why I hired him, right? But something's not sitting right. I have to speak up, because I want Henry to take this information and do what he does with it, right? And so that's how we got through the logo process. And that was one thing I loved about you, is that you always showed up on time. You showed up ready. You showed up ready to learn. And like, I could see a completely different person out of you since the first time. Way more, don't take this the wrong way, but way more mature, way more sophisticated, way more attention to detail. Like that is, and that's not even part of the program.
Yeah, I know.
Right? That's not even what we really focus on the program, but you're way more intuitive than you were prior to coming through the program. And I could see that from the outside. So I want to congratulate you on that, because it's very, very important as you continue on your entrepreneurial journey that, you know, you get that intuition about people, about products, about your clients, so that you can anticipate the need before they need it, meaning your clients, and be that person to deliver that service. You're going to have a great business. So
But
go ahead.
I also want to say, like, when you work with like most people, they will like just throw your work to you and that's it. But working with you, like, I've never seen someone want to see like other people succeed so much. So like, even like after everything's done, you still continue to like help me, for instance.
Well,
And,
I'm not going to throw you out to the wolves.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, we just got done with phase 1, right?
Yeah.
Now we have way more to go. I mean, looking at my brand, people always compliment me on the design and the look and the feel and the messaging and how it resonates and the energy and all of that. That's 13 years in the making as of today, right? That's not something that, you know, just came after 3 months of being in business, right? It was a lot of hardships, a lot of successes, a lot of more hardships, a lot of successes. And so you're seeing a real polished product, but this is 13 years worth of polishing. And, you know, there's no doubt in my mind, just getting to know you better and really getting an understanding of where you were and where you want to go and where you are now. There's no doubt in my mind you're going to be crushing it out there. And Johnny Aitken's going to be a staple name in the affiliate marketing space. There's no doubt in my mind. So let's ask you this question. I got one more question after that, and then we're good to go. But the next question was, how would you say life is a little different now going through the brand development process and the Brand Accelerator program, and like going through this whole system from beginning to end?
Well, honestly, I have a whole different look on it. Like before I met you, I would never like think about the whole strategy phase we went through and uncovering your whole marketing plan like that. Like, it's so in depth, and you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. Because I remember we had our first conversation. You know, you reached out to me on my website, and then we connected through my chat bot, and then we got on the phone. And then, you know, I remember how excited you were to get a funnel belt. And then as I asked you more questions, I was like, man, if I build this guy a funnel without going through this strategy phase, he's going to be like everybody else out there. And I don't want that. I want him to have the edge. I want him to have something that no one else has. And that is why I suggested that we go through a very strategic and analytical phase to get to where you want it to be, which is a legitimate brand. Like, you wanted to have a legitimate look and feel online. So now when you go to your social media, you know what, before I forget, let's go here for a second and show the folks what we actually did for you, so people can get an understanding of what the actual product looked like at the end of the day. So we're going to come here, and then I'm going to share screen. So this is the website that we created for Johnny. So we developed his look and feel. We developed his typography. We developed all of his copywriting for the site. We orchestrated, right, and directed your photo shoot. Yeah. Now, yeah. I didn't come up to Canada for that, but I walked him through the process, made sure that he hired the right photographer, made sure that the right pictures were taken. So this was the website. And then we have his phone number. We have links out to his social media. So we were able to design some really cool social media identity for him. Then there's your Twitter. Oh, you didn't upload your Twitter yet?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think I did that yet.
And then your Instagram. I love your Instagram photo. This profile photo is awesome.
I love
But
it.
loving the imagery here that the photographer took. And I know you were sort of a little on the fence, like, I don't know if these images are that good. Or, dude, they came out great as far as I'm concerned. So
I think it came out pretty good.
yeah. So that's the website. But before we got into that, we did a lot of prep work. And I want to just go over some of that prep work. So we obviously went through the strategies. I'm not going to go into there, but I want to show the stylescapes on what were some of the potential designs. So before we start to finalize logo design and color scheme and typography, we go through this phase right here, which is the stylescape phase. So we presented 3 different directions of brand identity to Johnny to see which one was best going to resonate with his ideal client, which is this dude right here. So this was concept number 1. And then we had concept number 2, which obviously you know which one he chose. So this was concept number 2. This was my favorite too, by the way. And then here was concept number 3.
They're definitely hard to choose from.
Right? Dude, when the team came together with these 3 concepts and I had to sit down with them and overview it with them, I was like, dude, I don't know what we're going to choose because all 3 concepts were so freaking good. So it was like, I'm happy that you chose this one though, because this one really, I feel, represents you as a person, as I got to know you, you know, through the strategy program and spent 5-6 hours with you, you know, plus, you know, what we did on the review calls and everything. So, but I'm so happy that it came out the way you loved it. I'm happy that it came out the way that you feel confident about, right? Because I feel like when you're working from a confident level inside of your business, there's no business you can't close. There's no client you can't attract, and there's no stopping you. And so that's why I do what I do, because I really want to get people to understand when you have a great looking brand, when you're confident about who it is that you're serving and you know their pain points better than they know themselves, right? That's going to empower you to do amazing things with your business. And I just want people to understand that. And there's so many people out there with phenomenal products, phenomenal services, but they tell me all the time, like, I'm just not, my branding just doesn't feel like it could be what it should be. Right. And I'm like, I know I've had a business like that too.
Yeah.
You know, my brand didn't look like this in the beginning. It was awful looking, but we evolved and we matured and we revolutionized the brand. And now, bam, look, you know, it's phenomenal. So here's my last question for you is there's thousands of people that do what I do. Why me, of all people?
Oh, once again, I liked your 2 Comma Club award. That instantly like built trust with me. Also, I like the design of your website. It just looks so good. So I thought like you could do that for mine. But you did. You delivered on that. So another thing, I looked at the case studies and they were all great. And yeah.
Well, you're going to be one of them now, dude.
Yeah, I didn't look back.
Well, I'm excited and I'm honored and I appreciate that feedback, you know, and that's a perfect example and testimony of how great design attracts great clients. And having that credibility and having the award is great, right? But I had to bust my ass to get that award, right? That award didn't come easy, right? And I went through a lot to get that that award. But it just goes to show, when you invest in your business, when you invest in the look and feel, when you really put yourself out there and truly want to help people, good things are going to come. You're not going to know when. It can't be push button. It's not going to be when you want it. It's going to be when the universe thinks you're ready. And I think that's something that we need to understand. But let's not focus on what we don't have. Let's focus on what we do have and how do we make that better. So for all you folks out there that are looking to design and build something bigger than you, something that is more robust, something that you're super proud of, you know, I can't say, I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to let Johnny say it. But this is why we're having this conversation, is because these are the results that people are getting. And I want people to understand, like, I can tell it to you until you're blue in the face. But when I have people that have gone through the program from top to bottom and actually have experienced it, I rather them tell you than me. And that's why I have these conversations with all the great clients that I'm working with. So Johnny, thank you today for coming on. It's a Saturday morning early for coming on and sharing your experience with us. And I'm super proud of you. And I'm super proud of this brand. I hope you are too. And I wish you nothing but the best of luck in the future, my friend.